Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are bringing you a video on how to set up the sway bars on our RC cars. Before setting up our sway bars, let's first understand what their main function is. When the vehicle corners at high speeds under the effect of centrifugal force, the suspension on the outside will be compressed, while the suspension on the inside will be stretched. This will cause our vehicle to tilt. The sway bar uses the lever principle to connect the left and right sides together. It suppresses body roll while keeping the chassis in a flatter posture through the corner. Now that we have a general understanding of the sway bar's main function, let's see how to adjust it and ensure it is properly installed. Before adjusting, we need to prepare a screwdriver. Our first step is to locate the position of the sway bar. For easier viewing, we have removed the rear shock absorbers. First, we will remove the grub screws from the sway bar. Now the sway bar is completely disconnected and can move freely left and right. Once positioned, we try our best to align the sway bar to the center. After we align the anti-roll bar to the middle position, the next step is to adjust the stoppers. Lift the sway bar to the highest position and tighten one side screw until it stays up. We will use the left side as an example. Once the stopper screw is tight, the sway bar won't naturally fall back down. Next, we will slowly loosen the screw on this side. The sway bar is now looser but still won't fall naturally. Loosen it further until the bar drops, then readjust the tension. After the anti-roll bar falls off, we can lift the anti-roll bar back up and readjust the tightness of the screws. Now, whether the sway bar is lifted or dropped, there is no binding. This side is set. Now repeat the steps for the other side. Similarly, we first lift the anti-roll bar and then tighten the screws as much as possible. When the anti-roll bar lifts up and doesn't come down, we then loosen the screw on the other side. Then after the anti-roll bar falls, we lift the anti-roll bar again to see if it will fall down again. If the sway bar drops easily without binding, the adjustment is finished. If it stays up or binds when dropping, you need to loosen the screw further. After setting the stoppers, we need to install the top linkage rods. The linkage rods should also be adjusted according to the situation. We'll demonstrate how to adjust the linkage rods to keep them vertical. So before installation, we need to insert our anti-roll bar back onto the connecting rod. Now we have reinserted it into the connecting rod, and at this moment, we notice that we do not need to push it all the way in. Keep it at a vertical angle with the swing arm. Once vertical, tighten the grub screws and repeat for the other side. Now, our sway bar has been properly readjusted and installed. Sway bars affect the degree of body roll during cornering. Thicker sway bars mean less body roll. Thinner ones mean more roll. Performance varies significantly under different tuning setups. Let's look at the effects of front and rear sway bars and their ideal tracks. Using a thin front sway bar increases body roll during turns. So, in order to avoid flipping over, we can choose to increase the grip of the front wheels to achieve overall balance. An increase in the degree of tilt also means that our car will turn more sharply. So generally speaking, thinner anti-roll bars may be suitable for tracks with mostly sharp turns, or that require quick entry into corners. At the same time, what we need to explain to everyone is that what we refer to here as thickness is more accurately the stiffness of the anti-roll bar, and the stiffness of the anti-roll bar is mainly. Now let's take a look at our rear anti-roll bar. Our rear anti-roll bar is the same as the front wheel's anti-roll bar. When we choose a thinner anti-roll bar, in order to prevent excessive body roll during turns, we generally also use tires with greater grip. This is also more beneficial for running the car on low grip roads. Correspondingly, when we are on high grip roads, we can choose a thicker anti-roll bar, which can help ensure that the vehicle does not roll over. Of course, how to choose an anti-roll bar ultimately still depends on replacing it according to our actual situation. After all, there may also be situations where we need to use a stiff anti-roll bar on low grip surfaces. Everyone can decide based on whether they want the car body to be more flexible or more stable when running, and whether they want higher or lower ground grip. Overall, under normal circumstances, on high grip surfaces, we can use thicker anti-roll bars. On low grip surfaces, we can use thinner anti-roll bars to avoid body roll when cornering. At the same time, we also want to clarify to everyone that anti-roll bars are not necessary for all vehicle models. For some players, especially beginners, when playing on low grip surfaces, we may not feel a particularly noticeable difference. More importantly, for our climbing vehicle, installing an anti-roll bar may mean having to give up torsional flexibility. So we need to make trade-offs based on the way we want to play. Overall, the anti-roll bar is the key step that allows an RC car to move from being a toy to a precision model. It is not a part that can be simply installed and be ready. It requires us to carefully experience and repeatedly test, and adjust it according to our own car model, venue, and personal handling preferences. If you have more questions, you can leave a comment or send us a private message. We will create videos based on everyone's needs to answer them specifically. If you find this video helpful, you can like, comment, and share to support us. See you in the next video.